Hey, what's up, and welcome to my corner of the internet. So today, well, before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. That'll be most helpful. We got goals around these parts, and we're trying to achieve them. So while I'm about to get started, this is an anime that I'm about to recommend to you that is solid. It has good messaging. It's sincere. The fights are pretty solid. It's got stakes. I felt tension within this anime. But I won't lie, it definitely fit into a genre of anime I was watching as a kid, and it felt nostalgic even though it's a newer gen anime, and I loved it immensely for the adventures that came with it. And so before I get started, I'm talking about So, Sengoku Yoko is an adventure fantasy written by Satoshi Mizukami, and it's an interesting story. It's an interesting story where we follow our heroes, well, our flawed heroes, Jinka, Tama, Shunsuke, Shakugan. We have a weird mix of characters with their own flaws and an adventure that sets out to rectify the struggle between basically the Katawaras and human beings. Katawaras being just like, let's just say yokai, well, obviously. And our story kicks off with us seeing all of our characters' issues and having it being interplayed within the episodes, different growth happening, certain characters lose their lives, just different things happen within our story that actually affect our characters. The world is actually imposing struggles onto our character, and as say for instance, Jinka was literally raised by Katawara and his master, and basically he hates humans and wants to become a Katawara. And Tama was raised as a Katawara, is a Katawara, but she also wants goodness and peace within the world. The first arc of this entire anime is literally called Siblings for World Reformation. And Shunsuke is from this samurai family who wants to be great. He wants to get stronger, and he's rectifying with the fact that he's weak. He's weak for pretty much most of the episodes, but he does get some sweet upgrades that really bring him home. And the way he upgrades is very interesting because it took another light to it. This anime is nothing but sincerity and shonen goodness. Like, I feel as though this is at home with like Shaman King, with Dragon Ball Z, so many different animes that like impacted my childhood. This could fit right in. This definitely could have been a part of a dream lineup of like a Saturday morning cartoon or a late night show, because they explore topics, they have themes followed through, and we have our characters experience grief, we have our characters experience sadness, and it doesn't just go away in an episode. It lingers and it stays, and it impacts our characters in different ways, and our characters are actually affected and have sincere emotions. That's one thing I've always enjoyed about shonen, is shonen very often is trying to show you characters that deal with an issue and grow through that, and it's trying to hone this messaging that helps us grow as people. And the differences between like the Katawara and the humans, we see both sides do terrible things to one another, and then we also see our characters try to understand how all beings underneath the sun are equal in some way, shape, or form. Now, this does come in some other different ways, but it's beautiful how we find storytellers bringing real life issues into anime and giving us a story that helps us grow with it. That's one thing I liked about Sengoku Yoko, is it was a story that genuinely tried to give me something to grow with. I enjoyed a lot of the sincere emotions that were given to me. along with that being said, this is a battle shonen. There are fights going on. There's a good bit of violence happening. So come on, you know this is great. Along with that, the transformations. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know this is like a bad opinion. I don't like transformation spamming. That's just me. I don't know. Like, Jinka has this. He was trained to use a staff, and at first he seems really powerful, but then it's just always transformation after transformation after transformation, and it doesn't feel, I don't know, hands. It doesn't feel skill-based as much, but that's just me. I'm more into a system where we see the growth. Like, I've watched anime where it has to grow. It's not just a singular technique that changes everything. I don't know, that's just me. Transformation spamming kind of gets boring after the 50th time, you know? Again, that is just me. But there are some cool fights, animation, there's some cool characters. Some of our villains look kind of sick, and I love the confrontations that happen. I love the degradation of our characters as they continue to fight and learn and deal with what is in front of them. Our characters definitely get the like shit kicked out of them without a doubt, and they have to keep fighting. Things have to change. Moments happen where there are real choices that have consequences. I think that's one of the best things about this anime. Sometimes it seemed overly lighthearted and a little too happy-go-lucky shonen, but then there was like real consequences to a lot of different choices, a lot of different fights, moments where they can kill, but they choose not to, or moments where they save a life. There's consequences, and that's what's interesting about this anime is it would go from haha he he to Jesus Christ, I'm having a moment and this is really messing with my heart. So that's my recommendation. If you've never seen Sengoku Yoko, it does have like a second arc that's going on currently, so you should 100% check that out. I genuinely recommend this. This was a good find. I couldn't believe I would be so into this the way I was. Sengoku Yoko is a pretty good anime that could fit in with a lot of great anime that has come over to the West, and I easily would enjoy this. With all that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I genuinely appreciate you. I'm going to give you a little bit extra. Can you believe it is already September? What happened to time? What happened to my summer? Though summer doesn't end until the 22nd, so we're going to keep on keeping on. Anyway, peace. I appreciate you so much. I hope you're doing well. Take care and good luck.